Welcome back. The U.S. State Department is the latest to fall victim to a cyber attack. Now, it's unclear when the breach was discovered, but it is believed to have occurred a couple of weeks ago.
While officials say evacuation efforts in Afghanistan have not been affected, the extent of the breach remains under investigation. Joining us with more, tech consultant and host of the podcast Think About This, Shelly Palmer. Shelly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're well. It seems like this is becoming more and more of a troubling trend. Is it me, or has it become more of a trend here?
There are only two kinds of companies in the world: companies that have been hacked and companies that do not know they have been hacked. That's it. No matter who you are, no matter what organization you run, you are absolutely in the sights of some hacker somewhere. It goes on 24/7, 365. It's relentless, and it never stops. So here's the thing, Robert. You're never going to prevent it. You have to actually protect your data in 3 different levels. And this is what the State Department clearly did, even though people are saying, well, it's been hacked, the State Department this, the State Department that. There wasn't a disruption of service. They didn't get shut down, so it wasn't a devastating attack. And the amount of information that was taken so far hasn't been what anyone would consider devastating. Here's the way you have to look at it. Something's top secret. You really don't want to ever see it on WikiLeaks. And so that needs to be super protected. Then you've got information that you'd consider confidential, that you really wish nobody else got to see but the people you wanted to have see it. And then you've got information that, well, if it's out there, it's out there. Stuff that you publish on Facebook to your friends. You wish other people didn't see it, but you let your friends see it and you published it. Or even stuff that you just put in a file on your computer that it doesn't matter if someone sees this. Those don't need to be as protected as the stuff that's confidential. And the stuff that you deem top secret in your world, whatever that is, that needs to seriously be backed up and protected by taking it offline. And this is what you have to learn from this hack. Whether the State Department was hacked by bad guys, super bad guys, or super bad guys, whether they lost top secret, confidential, or just normal information, we're not going to know. They're not going to tell us. But we can learn from this.
Well, Shelly, when you say they're not going to know, they're not going to tell us, I mean, you talk about warfare in the sense that we've seen in the past, hundreds of years. This is taking it to the next level. And how do we know if we're under attack or if we're involved in something like this when we're not being told anything?
Bianca, that is the best possible question you can ask, and everyone who's listening should ask their elected officials. How do we know we're at war? First of all, we're at war full time, all day, all night. It's not the kind of war people all generally understand. I'll put it to you this way, the Chinese have an aircraft carrier. If they were to roll it to 199 miles off the Pacific coast, we would vaporize it because we could do that. But if someone in mainland China attacks us all day long, how do we know? Or is your business going to report an attack from a foreign nation, China, Russia, anywhere? It doesn't matter. Are you going to attack? Do you even know how to report it? So if you don't know how to report it, how do you expect others to know how to report it? And big tech would rather not report it. Banks will never report it. They don't want you to be scared. They're going to deal with it themselves. And so we don't actually acknowledge this war as a war, but it is one, and we're going to have to come to grips with it because it's never going away.
Yikes.
Good information. Protect your information. That's the takeaway. Shelly Palmer, thank you so much for the good info, as always, today.